Hello and thank you for coming to McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt. Today we're going to be talking about CNN and the revelations that came out today. But first, I need you to hit like and subscribe. Don't forget, please share the video because it helps the channel grow. Now let's get on with the show. First thing I want to talk about is there's no doubt that media has a bias. CNN, MSNBC, Democrat bias. No doubt about it. Fox News, Republican bias. Then you got other smaller companies like Newsmax and then OAN, they're Republican. And then you have newspapers, which majority of them go to the Democrats. And then you got media that's actually on like YouTube and stuff like that. And they are like right in the middle. They split right in the middle. But the thing is, they're more accurate and tell the truth, and they actually go after real stories. Okay, here's a story from the Examiner. The CNN director shown on undercover video boasting about removing Trump from office and admitting to spreading propaganda. And then there's this story. CNN admits to terrorizing Americans with fear-mongering and crisis programming. Now, the director of CNN has talking about both of these issues on this video that Project Veritas got and recorded. I got the video, so let's go ahead and check it out.
We got him through this term. I think we got him through this term. We would always show shots of him jogging, him in aviator shades, and like you paint him as a young geriatric.
You were creating a story there that we didn't know anything about. So I think that's propaganda.
I think what we did, we got Trump out. I am 100% going to say it, and I 100% believe it, that if it wasn't for CNN, I don't know that Trump would have got voted out.
Our focus was to get Trump out of office, right? Without saying it, that's what it was, right? So our next thing is going to be for climate change awareness.
Do you think it's going to be just like going to like fear, like climate?
Yeah, fear sells. Fear sells. No one ever says those things out loud, but it's obvious.
For years, we've heard that CNN is the most trusted name in news, but a CNN director is on tape telling us that they're propaganda, helping a certain political candidate, employees admitting what we've always known to be true.
Trump was, I don't know, like his hand was shaking or whatever. We brought in like so many medical people to like all tell a story that like it was all speculation. That he was like neurologically damaged, like that he was losing it, he's unfit to, whatever. We were creating a story there that we didn't know anything about. I think there's just like a COVID fatigue. So like whenever a new story comes up, they're going to latch onto it. They've already announced in our office that once the public will be open to it, we're going to start focusing mainly on climate. It's going to be our focus. Our focus was to get Trump out of office, right? Without saying it, that's what it was, right? So our next thing is going to be for climate change awareness. The head of the network,
Who's that? Is that
Zucker, yeah.
Climate change is going to be the next COVID thing for CNN. We're gonna hone it up.
Our focus was to get Trump out of office, right? Without saying it, that's what it was.
And that's the question, Mr. Zucker. Why is it so important to hide the truth of what you're really trying to do?
All right, guys, you saw the video, and that is the problem with media nowadays. You can't trust anything they're saying. Majority of the time, what they're saying is they're trying to get clicks on YouTube or whatever social media platform they're on, or trying to get a bunch of ratings, people to watch or try to get the ratings up. That is the only thing they're after. It don't matter if it's true or not. Then they do like programs like Brian Stelter. The whole time his show's on, all he's doing is talking about Fox News and Tucker Carlson. Hey, I got something for you, Brian. Why don't you get those lips off of Tucker's penis and actually talk about something that's real news, okay? No one cares about you disliking Fox News, and no one cares if Fox News personalities are going to get the damn COVID vaccine shot. No one cares. And no one can be surprised that the media was in the tank for Joe Biden. That's no surprise at all. I mean, look at what the Times Magazine had about this cabal that was going on. Seek a history of a shadow campaign to save the 2020 election. And in the article, there's a mentioning that they had to fortify the election. And it wasn't just the media that was involved. It was also big tech companies, as well as big multinational corporations and the unions. Who would ever thought that you would have corporations in league with unions to try to fortify the election? Who would have thought that would have happened? But it happened. And CNN wonders why their ratings are going down. It's because people know you ain't telling the truth. They know you cover stuff up. Perfect example is the Tara Reade story from 2020 and about Joe Biden. And then the Hunter Biden laptop. Everybody else was covering it, but CNN, MSNBC, and most of the newspapers didn't cover it. Most people don't go on YouTube and check things out, or go on to other platforms, such as if you go watch Tim Pool or Ben Shapiro. They'll tell you about that. Most people go to CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News. Now, Fox News talked about it, but the people that go to CNN and MSNBC won't go to Fox News because they think Fox News are a bunch of fascists. I'm sorry. The ones you're watching are the fascists. They're the ones working with the government, with big corporations. Now, CNN and MSNBC is a corporation. That's why their main purpose and goal is to get ratings and make money, not to tell the news properly or even do any kind of actual journalism. And now, since they don't have Donald Trump as their big bad boogeyman, Orange Man bad, now they're using COVID to scare the hell out of people. Well, mission succeeded. There's some people that won't even leave the house because of it. And you got a 98% chance of surviving if you get it. It's ridiculous. But not only that, if most people would have known about the censorship and the media hiding these stories from the people, 70% of Biden voters would have abandoned him. The fact is, the media learned their lesson from 2016 with Hillary Clinton. Talked about her emails. That's pretty much what lost her election. Not only that, it's Hillary Clinton. A lot of people don't like Hillary Clinton. But the main reason she lost was over the emails. It hurt her very badly. And they knew that these stories would hurt him very badly, so they decided to keep them covered up and say that they're fake news. And then after the election, they came out and said, we don't know about the Tara Reade story because, there's not enough evidence for that. But when it comes to Hunter Biden's story, it's real. Of course, CNN didn't come out and say that quite yet. There was other publications that did. Hell, MSNBC even talked about it. Well, guys, I normally say this is the part of the video where I give my opinion, but I pretty much gave my opinion throughout the whole video. So now we're at the point where we do the quote of the day. And the quote for today is, forgive your enemy, but never forget their names. John F. Kennedy. All right, this is the end of my rant. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Peace.